his books. There's even talk of a Belson movie starring Ray Liotta, who has been spending time here with the wardrobeless wordsmith.
Ray is an amazing actor. He makes a great vegan chili, and he is an intense lover.
We almost lost the whole place last year until an old friend saw us on the tube. I thought she was dead, and yet she wasn't dead.
Co-founder Janice Wu had a copy of the original deed, preserving the community's...
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. It's not afternoon yet. It's still morning. I hope you're all having a great Saturday. I'm actually back home. Dana and I ended up leaving right after the fact that I pretty much placed the last at my last show. Against what made this even better was the fact that it was with like 24 women. I think there was 22 or 24 in my class, which is a very large class. So I'm just really happy with everything. I went with the short hair after the show and just driving straight through the night and driving all the way back home. So yeah, so placed fourth. Super happy about that, especially considering the probably gonna stick with short hair. My dilemma with everything now is, you know, my original plan, like for this whole year, was to hit Master Nationals. So I ended up doing Junior Nationals because it was close. It was local. It was the first national show in Tennessee, and I thought, why not? The only reason I did Universe was literally because Dana invited me. If it hadn't have been for Dana, I would not have gone. So a big shout out to Dana for saying, look, you just need to go with me. Like, just go with me and keep me company. I'm going anyway, so I'll just pick you up. Literally, if it had not been for her reaching out to me, I wouldn't have gone. And the dilemma I had struggled with was I can do, if I did another Masters show, it would be Master USA, which is in December at the end of the year. It's a great show, but my chances of getting a pro card there go down because the overall winner of all the classes has to win their pro card, not just your class, unless they changed it recently. But on the flip side, I could take 3 months of an off season and have 90 days to try to make some improvements within my physique. Or, since I'm already in shape, I can hit Master Nationals July 23rd and take my chances there, and my chances of turning pro there are greater because the winner. So it's pretty much have a mini off season, see if I can make some changes within my physique, and take my chances and try to win the overall at Masters USA, or continue on the path that I'm on since I'm already in shape, see how I do at Master Nationals, and call it a year. Because I want to take another really long off season to try to focus on my in 2019 with how many shows I competed in, and the amount of cardio I was doing, and I am still trying to recoup from that. So shoulders and my glutes. So I've lost a lot of fullness in my glutes, I've noticed. I think I really shot myself in the foot to do it. They don't want to participate in this game that I'm doing. They don't want to play. So I don't know that I would even be able to make enough changes. Now, don't get me wrong. Nezzy I didn't get to stay after the show and talk to Sandy, who is the head judge. I did get feedback from her, though, from Junior Nationals, and she said that she just thought that I was pushing me hard, and I do think that I will definitely make some growth with her pushing me the way that she does. However, it's just a toss. It's a toss-up. I don't know. And then, you know, these shoulders, they just are what they are. You guys know, if you followed me for any length of time, that my shoulders are my kryptonite. And they don't want to. And then, you know, these shoulders, they just are what they are. You guys know, if you followed me for any length of time, that my shoulders are my kryptonite. And they don't want to do it. They don't want to participate in this game that I'm doing. They don't want to play. So, I don't know that I would even be able to make enough changes. Now, don't get me wrong. Nezzy is pushing me hard, and I do think that I will definitely make some growth with her pushing me the way that she does. However, it's just a toss. It's a toss-up. I don't know. I didn't get to stay after the show and talk to Sandy, who is the head judge. I did get feedback from her, though, from Junior Nationals, and she said that she just thought that, and for those of you that don't know what happened at Junior Nationals, so I went into it the week of extremely lean, like so lean to the point that I was striated everywhere. So we tried to take that entire week to soften me up, and then we either went too far or went super flat. It's a toss-up to know which one it is, because this is kind of like an experiment. It's like your body's like a science experiment, pretty much. So, I sent her both pictures. I sent her stage shots, and then I sent her pictures from the week prior, and just asked her, was I too hard here? And am I too soft here? And pretty much her response was yes. So, So yeah, she said that I could get away with being, you know, that lean because of the women and the muscle maturity and all of that kind of stuff. So I still didn't reach my best. Like, some of the pictures that I post that you see when I'm in the gym, like, that's what I want to try to take on stage, but it's so hard to recreate that, because that's what I look like just after one meal. Well, here's the thing. You get backstage and you may wait for 3 hours before you go on stage. So I could eat a meal and then go flat. And that's what I'm having to do. I'm having to eat and then continue to eat to stay full. And then I either end up spilling over, or we're not that aggressive with it and I'm like flat and stringy looking. So, like, the timing has to be there. So it's just finding that timing. So I don't know. So with all that being said, you know, I'm kind of torn. My current thought process is I'm in shape. Go ahead and do Master Nationals. See where you fall and call it a year. Take 7 to 8 months of an off season and build. And then part of me is like, I could make some pretty good changes within 3 months if given the opportunity. But, you know, I would have to win the overall at Masters USA if I did that. So, Ryan says go ahead and do Master Nationals since I'm already in shape. But it's not like I would be getting out of shape. So I would try to stay within 10 pounds of stage weight, and for me, I can lose that. Anyway, thank you to everyone who sent me messages and has just been so supportive. Like, I've had so much support this year. Not that I haven't had support before in the past, but so anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will check back in with you later. I'm thinking about training today, maybe just hitting a light full body session, and then I got to get back on track. I got to figure out what I'm getting more and more people that are vocal about their support, and it really does mean a lot to me, and I greatly appreciate it. So, you know, thank you for that. There's some people that have messaged me that we're just friends over social media. So, the amount of support that I've gotten this year has been awesome. Especially after feeling like so defeated a little bit from junior national. vlog. As you can see, I'm getting ready, but I wanted to fill you guys in on everything that has happened because I didn't really get to update you with a show vlog or anything like that that I normally do, just because it was crazy. It was like a whirlwind. So my friend Dana, who lives in Kentucky, pretty much invited me to go with her to Universe, and I think I talked to you guys about this. So she came and picked me up, and we pretty much drove straight from my house in Nashville to Charleston. So it took us like 10 hours because it had to take us through Atlanta. It was a mess. But we got there, we got checked in. As soon as we got checked in, we went to our hotel, which was literally 3 minutes away. And we started doing our tan and trying to relax as much as possible. We were both exhausted. We'd both been up since like 2 o'clock in the morning. She lives in Paducah, and me here. So Paducah is about 2 hours away. So she got up at 2 and left, and I was up at 2 just waiting on her because we weren't exactly sure what time she would arrive. So we then just drove straight from there on. It was exhausting. But like I said, we got there, we started doing our tan, all that kind of stuff. After that, we tried to relax as much as possible. We were both pretty tired, just from the travel and not having very much sleep at all. So luckily the show didn't start until later that morning, so it didn't start until 10. I need to let this dry a little bit longer. So the show didn't start until 10, but we, estimated we could probably get there around 11 or 11:30 at the latest. Just because we were one of the last classes to go, and there were several other classes before us, so take a while. So we got up the next morning, got ready, all that kind of stuff, and headed on over around 11:15 to the venue. I didn't end up actually stepping on stage until like 1:30. So yeah, it was a long day. So 1:30, they didn't even finish prejudging until like 4:45, and the night show was supposed to start at 5. So it was a long day for the judges too. So I felt pretty good about my physique. Definitely brought a different package than the last show, which you guys know I was not that happy about. We tried to bring in a fuller look, and it just didn't work out. So at this show, I just said I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna wear my hair how I want to wear it, and at least, even if I get last place, I'll feel good about it. So that's what I did, and I'm super pleased with how everything turned out. So I did end up placing 4th, and I feel good about it. Of course, I wanted to place higher because I'm competitive, but going from like a last place to 4th place I'll take it. So sorry, my camera just randomly cut off, but I don't even know where I was at. So what I'm trying to decide now, or what I was trying to decide, was should I take a mini off season of like 3 months, try to make some improvements, or should I just go on to Master National since it's 3 weeks from now? I debated. So I decided I am going to do Master Nationals. And after Master Nationals, no matter what happens, I'm going to call it a year. Because there's still a lot of improvements I need to make. As you guys know, these shoulders, they're the bane of my existence. I have them when I'm standing here like this, but when I pose, where do they go? They go away. It's so annoying. Due to like some circumstances like in the past, I've lost a lot of fullness in my glutes. I'll have to go into that in another video about why I think I've lost a lot of fullness back there. But anyway, I want to try to get that fullness back and really focus hard on my glutes. Like, it's not that I have bad glutes. I've never even told I need to do anything different with them. But if you notice, like, my glutes compared to, like, the girls that win my classes, they have the teardrop. I don't have that. Like, I have high, round glutes. They look like 2 basketballs. But I don't have that teardrop. So I want to focus on building my hamstrings more and building my glutes a little bit more, as well as my shoulders. So shoulders, glutes, and hamstrings are what I really want to focus my efforts on in the off season. And I get that my face is really white. I still have this tan on, but we're gonna do what we can to fix that. So anyway, I'm gonna do that. I don't really know what's gonna happen from there. I don't have any expectations. I would love to place top 5. Master Nationals is where I usually do my best placing at. So we're just gonna try to see what we can do. And I will say, the class this year was big. There was like, I don't know exactly, but there was like 24 women in my class. Like, it was a big show, a big master's show. And make no mistake, just because it's a master's class does not mean that it's easier, because most of the time the women in the master's classes have a lot more mature muscle. So for someone who's like me, that is a master but doesn't have quite that muscle density yet, it's hard. The only way that I usually get away with doing better in a master's class is because I get super lean, and most master's women are leaner. So I think they kind of expect that coming into it. Yeah. But anyway, that's the plan for now. I do have video and training that I'm going to be posting in this for you guys. If I can, I'll try to do a full day of eating at some point, so you can kind of see how my food has changed. If you want to look at any of my other full days of eating videos, you can just go to some of the last videos. I have quite a bit on there all throughout the years also. So I really started vlogging my competition journey really hard in 2019, because I thought for sure 2019 was going to be my year. Well, that was 2 years ago. And for those of you that don't know, I've been competing since 2012. So all these people that are like super upset that they've been competing for like a year and haven't turned pro, don't talk to me. Do not talk to me. I don't want to hear it. Because I win shows at local levels. Like, I win shows, I win my class, I win overalls. I've got 9 first places now, 3 overall wins. Not all in Tennessee. Got them in Vegas, had them in Kentucky. So, yeah. And it still can't bring what the judges are wanting to the national level. It's very frustrating for me, and sometimes I have this feeling of defeat, but I really try not to let it get the best of me, because I know that there are people out there watching who want the best for me and want to see me succeed. And I'm going to keep trying for myself, and hopefully I can inspire someone else to not give up on their dream either. So, yeah. That's where we at. Anyway, I know I'm kind of rambling at this point, but I feel like there's so much I need to fill you guys in on, since I didn't really get to do like a whole video of everything. But yeah, at some point I'm going to take you through my competition bag again, because I've downsized and reorganized once more. And the Pittsburgh show, I usually, Master Nationals is in Pittsburgh, so I usually travel to it. I usually drive to it, but I'm not driving this year. I usually have a friend go with me, and they drive me, because driving for long distances really hurts my sciatic nerve. So I'm flying, and I think I'm going to be taking Kitty with me, so that will be interesting. She's never flown before, and yeah, I don't know what that's going to bring. So I ordered like a carry case for her, one that kind of folds out, and if we're waiting, she can kind of like walk around in a little bit. I don't know. So I booked an Airbnb. The host hotel is already booked. The flowover hotel is across the bridge, and I don't want to stay across the bridge. The place I normally stay at in Pittsburgh isn't available anymore. And I really hate it, because I really loved that townhouse. It had such a beautiful view also. So, I almost even thought about staying an extra day just because. So booked the townhouse, booked the flight, pay the entry fee, and we're good to go. So all we can just do is just kind of go from there. I'm just gonna try to do whatever I can do. I wanted to stay after the show and get feedback from Sandy. I had literally gotten feedback from her at 8 a.m. the morning of Universe from Junior Nationals. And so her feedback was, you know what, I needed to go over that in another video. So sorry for the little teaser there. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this video here. I've got to add in some training. I'll add in stuff from the show, and then I'll do another video with feedback from Sandy.